Town, Boardman, and on the YSU campus. Come see why it's the best place to save and the only place to borrow.
I'm Dave Sess.
And I'm Whitney Ward.
Join us as we deliver the local news that matters to you.
Monday at 6 on 27 First News, where your news comes first. Think first, think Fox. Watch First News at 10 on Fox 1762.
Not just the highlights, we'll have the whole game. It's the Fox 1762 Thunder Arena Football Game of the Week.
Portland Banks Field at the Chevrolet Center in downtown Youngstown for our Fox 1762 Thunder Arena Football Game of the Week. Tonight, the Louisville Fire in town to tangle with the Mahoning Valley Thunder. Hi again, everybody. Chad Krispinski with you. Ralph Sandy joins us. The Thunder coming off their lone loss of the season last week on the road at Manchester. Coach Holt talked to us earlier in the week about the fact that it is oh so important for them to put that loss behind them, and he wants to see just how they'll respond here back on their home field.
Yeah, absolutely. Losing like winning can be contagious, and Coach Holt knows he has a young team. They want to get back on the winning track here tonight.
A young expansion team. We'll see just how they respond to that loss. See if the Thunder can get back in the win column. It's the Fire and the Thunder coming at you next on the Fox 1762 Thunder Arena Football Game of the Week.
The Fox 1762 Thunder Arena Football Game of the Week is brought to you by Salem Air Park and Advanced Foot and Ankle.
Happy Cinco de Mayo to each and every one of you. It's time for some Thunder football as the Thunder and Fire get set to go at it. Tony Stallings, there you see the wide receiver out of Louisville, set to receive. And the opening kick is taken out across the goal line of the 5, out to the 10. He spins away, squirts out to the 15, and he's swarmed upon and brought down at the 17-yard line. And that's where the Fire will set up shop. 1st and 10, and we are underway here in downtown Youngstown, Portland Banks Field at the Chevrolet Center. Chad Krispinski, Ralph Sandy, Joe Alicio with you again as the Thunder look for win number 4 of their initial campaign. Louisville offensively looks like this. The quarterback is Shane Adler. The receivers, Jones, Stallings, and Payne. And rounding it out, the fullback is Forney. The tight end is Jones, Washington, and Long. The big fellas up front. 1st and 10. Run play left side, and the Thunder defensively are right there. Let's take a look at the Thunder defensively. The defensive backs are Maurice Taylor, Donald Sweeney, and Mario Butler. Brian Majors is one of the linebackers. The other linebackers, local product Mike Stanek out of Austintown Fitch, Anton Caesar, and Brandon Brown are the defensive tackles. And Tui, Shalom Tuamele Leofano, is one of those big bodies up front. High motion for Louisville. Adler fires near side, and the catch is made along that wall. And the pass completion is into Thunder territory. That will be a nice pickup as we take a look at the replay.
You can see right here as he touches the wall, this play continues, but they're going to call that down back there around the 23-yard line. So not as good a pickup as we thought up here, but the referees were on top of that where his elbow touched the wall.
Linnell DeWalt on the receiving end of that Shane Adler pass. High motion, Adler to throw, fires, and the pass is incomplete. Intended for one of the more fun names to say in arena football that we've come across, Tiger Jones.
Tiger Jones, very productive on this team. He's had 100 yards receiving every single game this year. He's definitely something that the Thunder have to shut down tonight.
Let's bring in the third member of our broadcast crew, Joe Alicio, who's down on the sideline. Joe?
Thanks, guys. A chance to be in the locker room before the game. Coach Mike Holt said after last week's loss, if this team learned anything, it's make early opportunities for yourself. He wants those opportunities to start on the line. The defensive line, he feels, can get to the quarterback, and the O-line, conversely, don't let them into the backfield.
Thank you, Joe. First down completion to Tiger Jones, so move the chains again. And it's the Louisville Fire, conversely, that are off to a hot start offensively, moving the chains right down into Thunder territory.
Yeah, Joe talked about opportunities. There's an opportunity missed there by the Thunder defense, giving up that first down.
Adler turns. This is a run play left side, and it's into that wall. Mike Stanikin in the stop. And the run play going by way of Demetrius Forney, the fullback and linebacker out of Camelsville. 5 years of experience in arena football. So a gain of 4, second down and 6. They'll spot it at the 14-yard line. Adler turns, wants to throw. Adler fires. Jones makes the catch, and Jones loses the football, but they'll say it's down at the 1-yard line. That very nearly squirted free, but one of his fired teammates pounced right on it. And I thought at first glance, I wasn't sure if he was down, but if the ball squirted free, that was a touchdown for Louisville that they weren't awarded with. Let's take a look.
There you see Jones catch up between two defenders, and watch him stretch the ball out. As a veteran, he knows how important it is to get a touchdown, and clearly the ground caused that one.
Forney tries to plow forward a run play. The Fires say he's in. And he is indeed short. The Thunder defense holding true on 1st and goal. It'll be 2nd and goal. And Tui in on the stop for the Thunder. And we've seen the Thunder in similar situations to this, where they have really done a good job in goal line stand opportunities.
Yeah, in arena football, your options are limited here down by the goal line. There's some movement up front.
And the Thunder are pointing, and the offense moved early. So an opportunity that the Fire squandering, at least on their first opportunities.
5-yard penalty, 2nd down.
So someone moved up front early, and they'll say that Tim Long may have flinched, the big fella on the left side of your screen.
Yeah, the big fella, 6'5", 360, so even a little bit of a shake by that guy, you're going to see it.
And probably feel it sometimes, too. 10:13 to go, clock rolling, first quarter. Glad you're with us here on Fox 1762. Adler turns. And it's a run play, and it goes nowhere. Thunder defense right there.
And right in the middle of it all was Brandon Brown, the Youngstown State product. Sniffed that one out from the very beginning, shed his block, and boy, he got to Tony Stallings in a hurry. Boy, you go from 2nd and 1 at the 1. Now
to
all of a
3rd
sudden,
and goal at the 11. Adler. Sentai motion. Adler to throw. Looking. He's flushed from the pocket. Adler fires. End zone. Touchdown.
boy, we said this is a guy that the Thunder defense needs to shut down, Tiger Jones, and that time nobody covered him. He was wide open for at least 5 or 6 seconds, waving his hands. And his quarterback, Shane Adler, did the job. You see Adler get some pressure up front. He's able to step out of the pocket, and there you can see how wide open he is. Great camera shot right there, and Jones still had to work for that one, but it's a touchdown nonetheless.
His 8th touchdown reception of the season. He came in with a grand total of 33 catches. And now the extra point try. It is up, and it is good by Dave Hendricks, the product of Grand Valley State. So, the Louisville Fire get on the board first. The Thunder get their first crack in the offensive end. When we come back, the downtown Youngstown on the Fox 1762 Thunder Arena Football Game of the Week.
Things happen to good folks. We've all been there. Come to Airport Chevy in Vienna if you've got a credit issue. We're a small, low overhead dealer that cares. At Airport Chevy, you'll get credit or drive one of ours home. Guaranteed.
Monday morning, Smoke-Free Ohio celebrates its first official weekend. Find out how it impacted local bars. Plus, if you're looking to slim down, see how a local business could be the key to keeping you trim. Join us Monday morning on Fox 1762.
When you want hard hits, when you want explosive plays, feel the Thunder. Your home for Thunder Arena football is Fox 1762.
You want action? You want Thunder football.
Don't miss the Thunder rumble the field against the Fire May 5th on Fox 1762. Catch all the excitement.
Get in the game with the area's leader in local sports, Fox 1762.
We're drinking food specials prior to every Thunder Arena football game. Come to Martini's, City Center 1 building.
The Louisville Fire draw first blood, and they lead this one 7-0 as the Thunder surrender a 9-play drive which spans 32 yards in just under 6 minutes, capped off by that 11-yard touchdown reception to Tiger Jones. Back deep to receive for the Thunder, Kenny Johnson, who has electrified this crowd through the course of the first games of this season with some tremendous catches and returns. He'll play this one off the screen, has some problems, tries to get it out of the end zone, and is belted at the 1-yard line. What a lick put on by Jerome Jones, the linebacker out of Eastern Kentucky, and it'll be first down and 10 for the Thunder.
Boy, you're going to see a hit right here. You see him struggling to get out of the end zone. Luckily, he holds on to this ball, and there you see it. You got someone down low, and then Jerome Jones comes across the top. And you talk about poor field position. You got it right here.
So the Thunder and their quarterback, Glenn Gant, come out. Gant, the veteran, out of South Florida, 2 years of experience, 6'2", 215 pounds. High motion, that's Kenny Johnson. Gant to throw. Gant fires, and it's incomplete. It was intended for DeMarcus Mathis, and the only problem was Mathis wasn't looking when the ball was thrown.
Yeah, I think Gant that time is looking for the quick shot, maybe read the blitz, and a little miscommunication that time with his receiver DeMarcus Mathis.
Looked like DeMarcus Mathis was looking for a pump fake, and he wanted to take the fly route right down that far sideline along the wall.
Boy, when you think about it, what if that was a pump fake? He would have had himself a pretty long touchdown.
Glenn Gant has it now, second down and 10. Gant to throw. He's harassed, steps up, firing. Chris Archie makes a diving catch at the 20-yard line and down to the 19. Archie does it again.
Yeah, great catch that time by Chris Archie, but even more so, Glenn Gant looking to back here in the pocket. Pressure everywhere. He's able to step right up, two fire run into each other. Almost looks like an old comedy movie. And there he delivers the pass right to Chris Archie.
Chris Archie spent some time with the Cincinnati Bengals, had a chance to visit with him earlier this week, and you can't say enough what a really a nice guy he is. Gant to throw. Gant firing, end zone, touchdown! DeMarcus Mathis into the end zone, the Nestea plunge. And he has helped to his feet. He has helped the Thunder get on the board in quarter number 1.
Yeah, you know, you talk about last week's loss to Manchester, a really slow start hampered the Thunder. Now they're able to answer the fire right away here, and a great pitch and catch there by Glenn Gant and DeMarcus Mathis.
DeMarcus Mathis said there's lots in store in terms of celebratory dances. There's a new one that he shows us here today. Snap is back, hold is down, kick is underway, and the kick is good by brand new kicker Jason Swiger. We'll get to that a little bit more as we go along. It is 7-7, Louisville and Mahoning Valley. Back to the Chevrolet Center after this on the Fox 1762 Thunder Arena Football Game of the Week.
Holy smokes. Soon as I turn 16, I'm gonna learn how to fly.
Soon as you get a little bit older, I'm gonna learn how to fly.
Soon as we side the house, I'm gonna learn how to fly.
Grandpa, didn't you always say you wanted to learn how to fly?
Cure your case of soon-as disease. Learn to fly now at Salem Air Park. The locally owned and operated flight school has affordable, personalized programs. You could be flying soon as you call Salem Air Park, 3 miles north of Salem, Route 45.
Arena football has hit the Valley. The Mahoning Valley Thunder's inaugural season is in full force. Don't miss the high-energy, fan-friendly, action-packed game that is Arena football. See the Thunder take on the Wilkes-Barre Scranton Pioneers Saturday, May 12th at 7:05 on Cortland Banks Field at the Chevrolet Center. Single-game tickets start at just $15 and are available at the Chevrolet Center box office. Call the Thunder office at 330-7584-AF2 or visit MahoningValleyThunder.com.
Feel the thunder!
Welcome back to the Chevrolet Center. 7-7 is our score. 6:09 to go here in quarter number one. The Thunder come right back and stick it right into the end zone. And we are all knotted up. Jason Swiger boots this one away. It's a line drive kick. And it's into the seats. And another souvenir for a lucky fan. Send it down to Joe Alicio back at the sideline. Joe? All right, we'll catch up with Joe a little bit later. As a fan, as football now in his repertoire. And he shows his guns, so to speak. Those look similar to yours. So the Fire will come right back. Shane Adler will lead his team out. Adler out of Wisconsin La Crosse, 6'2", 225 pounds. And Adler wants to throw. Adler firing long, caught, touchdown! Tiger Jones streaking down the field, and Jones has come right back. And in one play, Louisville has retaken the lead.
Yeah, Louisville basically says, let's put my best player against one of your defensive backs and see what happens. One-on-one coverage with Donald Sweeney, and Tiger Jones wins that matchup.
13-7. That did not take long. On to attempt the point after Dave Hendricks. And Hendricks awaits the snap and hold. Both are true. Kick is up, and the kick is good. 5 minutes to play. 5 minutes and 1 second to be exact, and the Fire take the lead. It's 14-7. Back with more after this on the Fox 1762 Thunder Arena Football Game of the Week.
The car that lets you accessorize to fit your identity. Melgrata Scion. Come on in and build one today. And Scion's pure price means no haggle, no hassle. You pay the published price. Melgrata Scion on the Strip Hermitage. Your Scion, your identity. You gotta see Grata. New Toyotas like the Camry Hybrids, the FJ Cruiser, and the Yaris, plus Tundra and Tacoma trucks. Toyota certified used vehicles, service parts, and a body shop. Come see why Melgrata Toyota has the highest ratings for customer satisfaction on the Strip Hermitage.
Headed downtown for the next Thunder Arena football game? Stop by Martini's downtown for their Thunder pregame party. Enjoy food and drink specials. Then it's just a block and a half to the Chevy Center to cheer on the team. Martini's downtown, the place to party before every Thunder game.
Weather changes by the minute. The First News weather team is committed to keeping you prepared.
With weather technology that pinpoints when and where a storm develops to letting you know when it will hit your community.
Rely on a station with a team of experience. 27 First News.
Fire set to kick it off. High twirling kick, which Kenny Johnson will watch. Head right through the uprights. And the Thunder will take over 1st and 10. Back down on the sideline to Joe Alicio. Joe?
Yeah, guys, of course, Coach Holt not going to be happy with that quick answer by the Louisville Fire. But when we talked to him earlier this week, he certainly wasn't surprised that the Fire would definitely present a very good battle on the field tonight.
I know that they're a playoff team, for sure. You know, they struggle a little bit, but I guarantee you, Tommy Johnson's a good coach, and he's going to have these guys ready, and they're hungry. So we're going to be in for a battle.
And so far, the Thunder have indeed been involved in a battle. As Chris Archie will come in high motion. Glenn Gant, the quarterback, under center. Archie goes in high motion. Glant to throw. Gant fires, and the pass is complete to DeMarcus Mathis. He's pushed into the wall, but penalty flags come flying in. And we'll check out the flag. Mathis says it's against Louisville. We'll find out momentarily.
Illegal defense, a number 7 of Louisville. Linebacker stepped outside the box, 5-yard penalty, automatic first down.
Well, that's one way to keep the chains on moving. Illegal defense. In terms of positioning, and Ralph, if you would like to kind of elaborate on the defensive rules, just so we don't lose touch with some of the rules that folks take for granted that they understand what those are.
Well, there are 2 linebackers. One is allowed to go into coverage if the tight end leaves. Remember, you only have 3 offensive linemen. The other one has to stay in the box. And so, in essence, you can't drop a linebacker back into coverage. You know, this game is based on scoring and really emphasizes the receivers, and you'd hate to have that extra defensive back there. And so that's the penalty there.
Mathis goes in high motion. Gant to throw. Gant is wrapped up and brought down at the 5-yard line. Penalty flags come in. And the Thunder may be guilty of a hold.
That time Jerome Walker, number 8, got to the quarterback. So if it was a hold.
Number 55 of the offense. After this is a goal, first down.
Jamel Lee, the guilty party.
He didn't do a very good job of holding because his quarterback still gets hit. And there you can see the hold right there. And boy, Walker does a nice job of fighting through that hold and still getting to the quarterback. And that's why they're going to decline that penalty.
4:01 to go here in the opening quarter. Louisville leading Mahoning Valley 14-7.
You know, the Louisville Fire defensive line so far early on in this game doing a nice job of getting some pressure on Glenn Gant. First time they get to him there, but they've been pressuring him all night.
Johnson in high motion. Gant to throw. Gant fires. It's tipped up into the air and intercepted. Intercepted by Nate Green, and Glenn Gant is picked off, and the Fire will take over.
And you want to talk about an athletic play, and make no mistake, this is no accident as Nate Green is going to go drop back in coverage. Here's the athletic part. Not only do you tip the ball, but you're able to recover, find the ball in the air, and then intercept it, and then have the mindset to try to get back up and advance the football. And he gets another 2 or 3 yards there on the return. But an outstanding individual effort that time by Nate Green.
7th interception thrown by Glenn Gant this season. And the Fire will have great field position. Pitch play. Tony Stallings. Stallings around the left side, and he's up near the 15-yard line for a short gain of about 3. And we've talked about it a number of times. Running the football in arena ball is not really something that you see a whole lot of, but it's something that we've seen really on a regular basis in this first quarter for Louisville.
Yeah, you know, they do have a running back they call the night train, and Demetrius Forney, and you know, if they can catch that defense off guard or cheating back a little bit, the defensive back's cheating back, they'll take advantage of it.
Boy, you'd never know this team was 1-3 record-wise. Adler fires to a wide open Corey Payne, and Payne can't hang on. And it will go as an incompletion. And that will bring up a 3rd down play.
You know, even though we're early on in this game, you know, Coach Holt talked about getting off to a good start tonight, not, you know, kind of lollygagging your way through the first quarter. And I think it's essential now that the Thunder defense step up here.
Got a good look at Tommy Johnson, the head coach of Louisville. Coach Holt has a great deal of respect for Johnson. Adler to throw, sidearms it, and it's incomplete towards the wall. And the pass was intended for Tiger Jones. Maurice Taylor makes a good play defensively, but that was really just a poor throw of the sidearm variety off his back foot for Shane Adler. And that means a field goal attempt coming up for Dave Hendricks. A 31-yard field goal attempt officially for Hendricks. And Hendricks, snap is back, hold is down, kick is underway, and it twirls right through. So with 1 minute 40 seconds to play here in quarter number 1, the Fire have built for themselves a 10-point advantage. It is 17-7 on the Fox 1762 Thunder Arena Football Game of the Week.
Accident. You've got questions about your car.
How much should the insurance company pay? Do you get a rental car? Before you sign anything for an insurance company, you need to meet with an experienced lawyer.
Attorney Mark Gervelis has been recognized by Ohio Super Lawyers magazine. The top 5% of attorneys in Ohio are selected through peer recognition and professional achievement.
Call the Gervelis Law Firm. We take personal injury cases personally.
Arena football has hit the Valley. The Mahoning Valley Thunder's inaugural season is in full force. Don't miss the high-energy, fan-friendly, action-packed game that is arena football. See the Thunder take on the Wilkes-Barre Scranton Pioneers Saturday, May 12th at 7:05 on Cortland Banks Field at the Chevrolet Center. Single-game tickets start at just $15 and are available at the Chevrolet Center box office. Call the Thunder office at 330-7584-AF2 or visit MahoningValleyThunder.com.
Feel the thunder!
Back at the Chevrolet Center, 1:40 to go, the opening quarter. 17-7 in favor of the Fire. Dave Hendricks connecting on his 4th field goal of the season, the first from 30 or more yards. This an onside kick, and the Fire have recovered. Nate Green pounces on it.
And they caught him sleeping. I mean, there's nothing else to say. It was an absolutely perfect onside kick by Dave Hendricks. Went the required 10 yards, and well, you just catch the Thunder sleeping, and that's exactly what Coach Holt was referring to.
Boy, and I guess the mindset is kick them when they're down, and the Thunder have seen the Fire put up a 17 spot in the first quarter, and they come right back, and they have a chance for more. Nate Green out of Georgetown, a 5'10", 195-pound defensive back, a couple of years of experience. And he recovers the onside kick. Here is Shane Adler again under center. Adler back to throw. Adler fires. It's tipped and almost intercepted by Maurice Taylor. So the Thunder with an opportunity to create a turnover of their own, but just out of the reach.
At that time, the pressure up front forced that man, Shane Adler, to get rid of that ball probably a little quicker than he wanted to, and the Thunder weren't able to capitalize on it. Let's see if they can get some more pressure up front to see if they can force another one of those errant throws.
5 completions, a couple of those touchdown passes, 67 yards. And this is a run play right side. On the run is Forney. Forney has it, 10-5, touchdown! And the big fella, Forney, rumbles up the sideline. But there are penalty flags down on the field. We'll see if it will count.
Yeah, I think that's going to be a personal foul after the play. I think the touchdown is going to stand. And again, that's the guy, Demetrius Forney. They call the night train. 5'11", 285, not your typical running back size. But there was a little altercation on the sidelines between one of the Fire offensive linemen and someone on the bench, the Thunder bench.
Officials talk about it.
We have a personal foul for unnecessary roughness, number 97 of the defense. It's a 15-yard penalty, will be enforced after the kickoff.
So big problems. It's a misdirection run play. And the product of Camelsville, a 5-year veteran, 285 pounds, looking like a track star along the near side padded wall. And it's 23-7 Louisville, and make it 24-7 with just under a half minute to play here in downtown Youngstown. 29.7 ticks left, and the Fire really burning brightly. It's 24-7.
Well, now the question is, how does this young team not only respond to a loss last week, but how do they respond right now, finding themselves down by more than a few touchdowns?
And the thing is, this is a situation here at home that they are not really used to. In the first couple of home games, the team has really held a comfortable edge or a comfortable lead throughout. And we'll see indeed how they respond. Let's go back down to our third man of our broadcast crew, Joe Alicio on the sideline. Joe?
Thanks very much, guys. Of course, we talked with Coach Hull this week, and he said all he wanted was his team to forget about last week's loss. But right now, 24-7, that's not what's happening. But as he said earlier this week, hopefully this team can forget about what happened last week and right the ship tonight.
Disappointed because we lost. We're disappointed because I don't think we played well. But you know what? In the grand scheme of things, it's a loss, and you know, it's how you respond to that adversity that really tells what we're all about.
DeMarcus Mathis off the screen, bounces out across the 5 near the 9-yard line as flags come dropping onto the turf.
And I would imagine that's going to be a face mask, which is kind of ironic because you see the official right there next to the tackle didn't call it. It was the guy all the way on the other sideline that threw that flag in. And we'll take a look at it right here. That ball was supposed to go
to Kenny Johnson.
Yeah, and that thing took a bounce off the crossbar. And there you see somewhere in there, they're going to call that face mask, I would imagine.
And it looks as if Jerome Jones is the guilty party.
But like I said, the referee on the far sideline threw it, so maybe they're conferring now and saying, hey, I was on top of that thing, I didn't see it, but at least they're talking to make sure they get this call right.
There you see a very forlorn Glenn Gant to this point. But it's important to note that in arena football, we've seen very comfortable leads, or what seems to be
with a face mask on number 11 of the kicking team. That penalty is on decline by rule. The personal foul is enforced against the home team. Half the distance to the goal, first down.
This goes back to that penalty, the personal foul on the long touchdown run. So, by rule, you just heard it explained by a referee, Greg Allen.
So basically, Jerome Jones gets a free face mask.
Gant to throw. Gant throws off his back foot, and it is almost intercepted by Linnell DeWalt. And with that, the first quarter will come to a conclusion. 1 quarter in the books here at the Chevrolet Center. Bad news for once. It's the Fire out in front of the Thunder. 24-7, second quarter action coming your way next on the Fox 1762 Thunder Arena Football Game of the Week.
Cafe Cemento, upscale casual dining in a comfortable setting, convenient to downtown businesses and events. Cafe Cemento, serving breakfast, lunch, and dinner. It's downtown Youngstown's mealtime destination. Cafe Cemento. Come by for a drink. Try one of the featured Italian or California wines, unique appetizers, Italian specialties, flavorful entrees. Cafe Cemento, East Boardman Street in the Plaza Parking Deck building, downtown Youngstown, welcoming you to new culinary treats.
When you want hard hits, when you want explosive plays, feel the Thunder. Your home for Thunder Arena football is Fox 1762.
You want action? You want Thunder football.
Don't miss the Thunder rumble the field against the Fire May 5th on Fox 1762.
Catch all the excitement.
Get in the game with the area's leader in local sports, Fox 1762.
We're drinking food specials prior to every Thunder Arena football game. Come to Martini's, City Center 1 building.
All set for second quarter action. Louisville leading Mahoning Valley by a score of 24-7. And Glenn Gant, 2 of 5 for 49 yards. One of those a touchdown pass. One of those incompletions was a completion, but to the opposition. Gant to throw. Gant fires. Pass is caught by Mathis. Puts on a nifty move and is out near the 20-yard line. DeMarcus Mathis comes through with a huge play, which could have been really a lot bigger. His second catch of the ball game.
You see the defensive back fall right there, and watch him catch up and be able to catch it by his shoestring right there. A great play there by Matt Forms. Gets burnt, but is able to turn it around and still make the tackle.
First down on the play. Mathis now with 33 yards receiving. One of those 2 catches, a touchdown reception. Archie in high motion. Gant to throw. Penalty flags come flying in. Gant is swarmed upon and ripped down at the 11-yard line. And the Fire having a field day. Sir Kevin Hardiman, a defensive lineman from Nebraska at Kearney, comes through with a sack, or at least collaborates on the sack.
And look how many guys you got there from the Fire. 3 guys getting a hit on your quarterback. Can't make Coach Holt or that offensive line very happy.
And the last time that the Thunder played here at the Chevrolet
Illegal
Center,
formation, a number 6 of the defense, 5-yard penalty, first down.
the last time that the Thunder played here, that was a concern. The offensive line was something that they paid special close attention to. There were some new big bodies in there, and they were hopeful that things would work out. But tonight, there's already some problems. It'll be first down and 5 with just over 14 minutes to go here until halftime. 2 receivers split near side of the right. Archie goes in high motion. Kenny Johnson, far side of the left, top of your screen. Gant to throw, fires, and it's incomplete to Archie. But I think Archie may have been premature in his movement. One of the Thunder players banged up. That's Tim Murphy, the fullback out of Pittsburgh.
Yeah, Murphy holding his wrist. You know, on passing plays, it's Murphy's job to pick up that blitzing linebacker. You see him holding his wrist. That whole right arm area. We'll take a look at this
Offsides.
replay and see.
Number 8 of the defense, 5-yard penalty, results in a first down.
There you see the penalty. There's Murphy right there. You see him trying to go low there on Sir Kevin Hardiman.
And Murphy
kind of shaking it off, probably a little stinger.
Stinger in the old shoulder there, huh? And he'll stay in the ball game. And it'll be first down and 10 for Mahoning Valley with 13:46 to go here in quarter number 2. And the Thunder with that will take a timeout and head over and try to reevaluate how things are going here. And to this point, they have not gone too well. 13:46 to go here in the second quarter. Fire 24, Thunder 7 on the Fox 1762 Thunder Arena Football Game of the Week.
Doctors at Advanced Podiatry believe in using a conservative approach to most foot and ankle problems. However, they are board certified in foot, ankle, and reconstructive surgery, and certified in wound care as well. They have fully equipped surgical facilities at each of their offices and staff privileges at all area hospitals. Your care is personalized to fit your lifestyle and budget. All insurance plans accepted. Advanced Podiatry. Call for an appointment at one of their convenient office locations.
Arena football has hit the Valley. The Mahoning Valley Thunder's inaugural season is in full force. Don't miss the high-energy, fan-friendly, action-packed game that is arena football. See the Thunder take on the Wilkes-Barre Scranton Pioneers Saturday, May 12th at 7:05 on Cortland Banks Field at the Chevrolet Center. Single-game tickets start at just $15 and are available at the Chevrolet Center box office. Call the Thunder office at 330-7584-AF2 or visit MahoningValleyThunder.com.
Feel the thunder!
First down and 10 for the Thunder. And the football is at the Louisville 21-yard line. 3 receivers. It's Kenny Johnson in high motion. Gant to throw. Gant firing. Fade pattern. Mathis has it. Touchdown! DeMarcus Mathis against the padded wall. High into the air, and he brought it down. And the Thunder on the scoreboard again.
Well, hopefully this is the shot in the arm they need. Glenn Gant, excellent protection. And boy, I tell you what, sacrificing the body yet again is DeMarcus Mathis. What a great angle we'll have at it right here. There you see the catch into the padding. And that's a touchdown, my friends.
And on to attempt the point after is kicker Jason Swiger. And Swiger boots it right through. 13:02 to go here in quarter number 2. The Thunder come rip-roaring back They're to within 10 on the Fox 1762 Thunder Arena Football Game of the Week.
Wednesday and Sunday are market days at the Four Seasons Flea Market. The area's largest market has hundreds of vendors year-round indoors where you can buy almost anything at a fraction of the retail price.
This is not your old flea market.
It's spring planting time. Save on shrubs, flowers, plants, and even ornamental trees, all from local growers. And don't forget the fresh produce, too.
There's a great selection.
Wednesday and Sunday, it's the Four Seasons Flea Market, Route 422 McCartney Road, just west of the PA line.
Dreams. That's our business at Casual Carpets Floor to Ceiling. Let us design the home of your dreams that fit your lifestyle. Active, formal, whatever your style is, Casual Carpets can bring it all together. Choose from a wide selection of carpet and flooring, all at prices you'll love. But that's just the beginning. From customized kitchens to bathrooms, countertops, and lighting, we've got it all. Come to Casual Carpets in Austintown or Columbiana, and one of our professional designers will help you design your dreams.
Jason Swigert set to boot it away for the Thunder. Just over 13 minutes to play until halftime. And Swigert puts this one high into the air. It's a twirling kick, which is taken by Tony Stallings. Out across the 5, and he is belted and pushed back inside the 5 to the 3. Let's send it to the third member of our broadcast crew, Joe Alicio, who's doing a little mingling. Joe?
Yeah, guys, I was able to get my hands on another one of these coveted arena footballs. It's always a point of interest how many balls go into the stands every game, so of course I'm keeping a count, and only about 4 lost so far, but one of the lucky groups above me right here got one of them, so the fans pumped up. We'll see if they can get some more.
Thank you, Joe. That's always one of the big-time attractions, is the fact that, like in Major League Baseball or minor league baseball, you get to keep the ball. Adler turns, run play, right side goes nowhere. Demetrius Forney is stuffed, and he will lose some yardage back to the 2, and maybe that touchdown reception for the Thunder may have kind of enlightened them or helped them to get back some fire.
Well, it's big 2E that sends him down at the 2. The big nose guard able to battle off his block, his double team actually, and slam the big night train down.
Second down and 12. Adler to throw. Adler fires, complete to Jones. Jones out across the 15. First down near the 16 into the 17-yard line. Mario Butler in coverage for the Thunder on the stop.
You look at this Tiger Jones, very much like number 2 for the Thunder, Chris Archie, and the fact that he's a veteran, that he's been there before, and also you can just see the explosiveness and how he looks upfield as soon as he catches the ball to try to make a 5 or a 10-yard catch, something a lot bigger.
In high motion, it's Corey Payne. Adler to throw, fires right side, complete to Tiger Jones. He is brought down from behind, but not before reaching Thunder territory. Brian Majors, a shoestring tackle from the back. And move the chains again. The Fire continue to rack up the first downs.
Tiger Jones so successful in the early part of this season, and not a really big guy, only 5'11", 195. Obviously has pretty good speed, but boy, great hands.
High motion again for Payne. Adler to throw. Fires, and it's knocked away and almost intercepted by Brian Majors. They went to the well one too many times. There is a penalty marker down on the field.
Yeah, Majors read that perfectly. Looked inside at Shane Adler, the quarterback, read his eyes the whole time.
Illegal defense on Mahoning Valley, number 11. Linebacker outside the box, 5-yard penalty, automatic first down.
Well, he did something he wasn't supposed to do. The linebacker, Brian Majors, number 11. We talked about that box, how you can't drop your linebackers into coverage, and it's probably instincts take over there, Chad. When you see the quarterback about to throw, you just jump over that way, but in arena football, not allowed to do it. Now that great defensive play ends up costing him 5 yards.
Adler just under the century mark in terms of passing yards, 7 completions, couple of touchdown passes. Adler back to the air. Adler fires complete to Jones. Jones back to the middle of the field. Jones with running room. 10, 5, and he's pushed towards that wall and rolled out of bounds. A penalty flag is down towards the middle of the field.
Boy, there's been some bad blood here brewing. We saw a personal foul earlier on Tui. That time he's going to get wrapped up again with Tim Long, number 99, and I think this penalty is going to be related to that as well. That penalty doesn't overshadow the amazing play here by Tiger Jones. We said he always looks
personal
to make
foul,
a regular play
roughing
into
the
a big
passer,
one.
number 97 in the defense, half the distance to the goal, first down.
Well, the Thunder are penalized once again. And that's again Tui, the 6'6", 285-pounder. We see a pair of penalties now on the Thunder, 4 for Louisville. And those are things that can happen if you hope to get back into a football game. Thunder currently down 10, 24-14. Adler, this is a run play, left side, loose football, touchdown! And it looks like Joe Washington, the big fella on the receiving end. He was in the right place at the right time, and he pounced on it.
Yeah, it's not too often your center gets a touchdown, but that's exactly what happens for the big guy. You're going to see a helmet roll off here. Somebody's head gets disconnected.
And that's exactly what happened. Adler coughed it up, but Washington right on top of it. 30-14 in favor of Louisville, and Washington can celebrate. Dave Hendricks on to attempt the point after. And his kick is right down the pipe with 9:11 to go. We'll come back to the Chevrolet Center after this. The Thunder with some work to do on the Fox 1762 Thunder Arena Football Game of the Week.
Limb is a traumatic event, and when choosing a prosthetic supplier, you want someone who understands your feelings. Rick Grope of Western Reserve Prosthetics and Orthotics not only makes and fits prosthetic limbs, he wears one himself. He understands better than most that this will be an ongoing relationship. Western Reserve Prosthetics and Orthotics is the prosthetic center of excellence. Their new facility in Austintown allows them to manufacture, fit, and make adjustments to all prosthetic items. The choice is yours, so choose wisely. Call Western Reserve Prosthetics and Orthotics for a free consultation.
Arena football has hit the Valley. The Mahoning Valley Thunder's inaugural season is in full force. Don't miss the high-energy, fan-friendly, action-packed game that is arena football. See the Thunder take on the Wilkes-Barre Scranton Pioneers Saturday, May 12th at 7:05 on Cortland Banks Field at the Chevrolet Center. Single-game tickets start at just $15 and are available at the Chevrolet Center box office. Call the Thunder office at 330-7584-AF2 or visit MahoningValleyThunder.com.
Feel the thunder!
6 plays, 47 yards. It took a little less than 4 minutes. Mr. Washington, right place, right time. A fumble recovery in the end zone for a touchdown, and with that, the Fire take a 31-14 lead. Hendricks to boot it away, a high twirling kick right down the pipe, right through the uprights. No return for Mahoning Valley. The Thunder will take over 1st and 10.
Well, if you're a kicker, ideally that's where you want to put it. You don't allow a return, and you're able to pin them back at the 5-yard line. And that's the second time he's able to do that tonight. Dave Hendricks of the Fire doing a nice job kicking off.
And the Thunder have not had exceptionally solid field position all night long.
And you know it's got to be frustrating to those two fellas right there, Coach Holt and Glenn Gant, who really struggled to get on track tonight, as this whole offense has.
Glenn Gant comes back out, and he'll operate with 8:48 to go here in quarter number 2. High motion, run play, near side. This is Murphy, and he's plowed into the wall. And Tim Murphy has a short gain of about 3. And that should make it 2nd down and about 7. We'll call it a gain of 4, so we'll call it 2nd and a half dozen.
There you see big Tim Murphy.
And Tim Murphy may have been able to take a taste of that cotton candy. You know, this is a very interaction-based type of football, and who knows, maybe he got some. Maybe that's what the Thunder needs, some cotton candy perhaps. Gant to throw. Looking, firing, passes caught by Archie. Archie at the 25, and he's into Louisville territory before being brought down by Nate Green. So Chris Archie makes another catch.
And you really have to think for the Thunder offense to get going, it's going to be up to that guy who's been relatively quiet up to this point. Chris Archie, he is their big play specialist. You see a little bit of it right there.
And in case you're wondering, Glenn Gant, 5 of 8, 102 yards, couple of touchdowns, 1 costly interception. Gant to throw, looking, firing near side. Archie has it at the 20, cuts it across the 15, and he's inside the 15 down to the 12-yard line. So they'll go back to what has worked all season long, and when you put the football in Chris Archie's hands, lots of things can happen.
Yeah, when you start to do little things like this, you start to see the coverage slide his way, and then you free up DeMarcus Mathis and the rest of the gang on the other side. So hopefully this is the shot in the arm. We'll see if it continues.
Archie with 60 yards receiving. Gant firing. End zone! A touchdown! Chris Archie with another touchdown grab. And Chris Archie will give the football to a lucky fan and make that young girl's night.
I'll tell you what, you need a shot in the arm. How about 3 straight passes to Chris Archie and then the touchdown? And again, Glenn Gant puts it exactly where it needs to be. Archie goes right hard into the board, but it pays off.
Swiger for the point after. Point after is no good, off the screen. And so with 5:55 to play here until halftime, the Fire now lead by just 11. Just under 6 minutes to play here in quarter number 2. Thunder back in the ball game. Back with more in downtown Youngstown after this on the Fox 1762 Thunder Arena Football Game of the Week.
Priceless. Priceless Furniture Warehouse is your discount furniture store for all your needs. You'll find high-quality new and slightly used furniture for every room in your home. Priceless Furniture Warehouse features a large selection of name-brand mattresses at factory direct prices. Free layaway, delivery, and financing available. We accept Visa, MasterCard, and Discover and give cash discounts. We are locally owned and operated. Take the ride and be pleasantly surprised. Priceless Furniture Warehouse, 495 West Market Street in Warren, just off Courthouse Square.
Bad things happen to good folks. We've all been there. Come to Airport Chevy in Vienna if you've got a credit issue. We're a small, low-overhead dealer that cares. At Airport Chevy, you'll get credit or drive one of ours home. Guaranteed.
Monday morning, Smoke-Free Ohio celebrates its first official weekend. Find out how it impacted local bars. Plus, if you're looking to slim down, see how a local business could be the key to keeping you trim. Join us Monday morning on Fox 1762.
There you get a good look at Jason Swiger, the former Akron Zips kicker. He's in because some sad news. Derek Shoreeyes, the previous kicker and still is the kicker, is involved in a not very serious automobile accident, but the Thunder giving Shoreeyes the night off tonight just to try and allow him to recover. What a lick at the 11-yard line for the Thunder on special teams. It's Brandon Eaton.
Boy, Brandon Eaton is a 310-pounder running down there on special teams. And boy, if he's able to run into you, you're going to take a pounding, and that's exactly what happens to Tony Stallings. They're going to meet face to face right there. And boy, that was a one-armed little.
And what's the lesson learned there? If Brandon Eaton is coming towards you, run in the opposite direction.
Yeah, even his arm will hurt you.
I'll just run the opposite direction. How about?
I think at 310 pounds, he's quicker than me. And I'm pretty quick, Chad.
You are fast. I've seen you run the hurdles. 5:45 to go. Linnell DeWalt in high motion, bottom portion of the screen. He's on the receiving end of that pass by Adler. And DeWalt is slammed to the turf.
Well, I don't know if they've ever had wrestling here at the Chevy Center, but Tui just did a nice belly-to-back suplex right there.
And we've called Tui's name quite a bit in this first half.
Some good, some bad. This is part of the good. You see him come back from his tackle position, and well, he just slams him to the turf.
Adler sends Jones in high motion. Adler to throw, fires. Jones makes the grab at the 25, and he's down to the 20, inside the 20, and pushed to the wall at about the 19-yard line. Mario Butler in on the stop for Mahoning Valley.
I think that play right there is a perfect example of the respect that the Thunder have for Tiger Jones. Butler had to have been a good 10 to 15 yards off of him at the snap of that ball, so you're going to give him that. He'll take it all night. And you know, obviously you don't want to get burnt deep, but I think you got to move those D-backs up a little bit.
Thunder could use a turnover here. Jones off his fingertips and into the crowd. And another souvenir to a lucky fan who's enjoying a beer in one hand and a ball in the other. Not a bad combination.
No, and he's pretty happy about that.
The beer or the ball?
I think a little bit of both.
Okay. 4 minutes to play. First half, 31-20 in favor of Louisville. Fire on the move. Adler steps back, throws towards the end zone and overshoots everybody. Intended for Tiger Jones. On in coverage for the Thunder, it's Mario Butler.
And really, Tiger Jones, like Chris Archie, is instant offense. You know, you try to get them involved as much as you can, and you see they went to him 3 or 4 plays in a row. You can see him kind of point to his chest saying, hey, I'm winded. I'm going to be out here, but you know, I might not be running my hardest, so give me a play off.
Somehow I can sympathize with him. Tight formation, the fullback Demetrius Forney in as a blocking back. Adler fires and the pass is complete. And Linnell DeWalt is brought down inside the 10 at about the 7-yard line. And the Fire trying to add an exclamation point to this first half, which has already seen them put up a 31 spot in the scoring column.
You know, this clock running down about 2:50 right now. I think it's so important for this Thunder defense to step up if they can and hold them to a field goal at the very least to give this offense one more chance before the half.
Pitch to Stallings. Stallings cuts it back towards the middle, and he is brought down at the 9-yard line. So with just under 2.5 minutes to play, the Thunder defense holding true, and it's a gain of 1, and it's 2nd down and 9.
Boy, you see big Anton Caesar in there. He didn't make the tackle, but he really disrupted that whole thing, clogged up that hole, and really let there be no place for that running back to take it up in the hole.
High motion, that's Tiger Jones. Adler to throw. Adler steps up, firing, end zone, and it's incomplete. And quite a lick at the end of that play. Tony Stallings taking exception to a big hit delivered by Maurice Taylor.
Yeah, Taylor probably wasn't aware that that ball was in the stands at the time he slammed him to the ground. And hopefully we'll get a good look at it right here. You see this, and yeah, you know, I'd probably take an exception to that too, but you know, this is a very physical, fast-paced game, and you know, this is all part of it.
3rd down and 9. Can the Thunder hold? Adler to throw. Adler firing to nobody. Another completion to a fan over that padded wall. And there is a penalty flag in the field, however.
But I tell you what, Adler has all day to throw that ball. He's rushing some of these throws, but he doesn't have to. That offensive line of the Louisville Fire doing an excellent job up front.
And we'll check out the call.
Illegal defense. Number 44, Mahoning Valley. Linebacker was outside of the box. After distance to the goal, automatic first down.
And that is an absolute killer with 1:18 to play.
I mean, you're right. You got them down to 4th down, you know, but Brandon Brown escapes that box that we've talked about all night. And now you give them great field position and first down.
And the Fire will call a timeout with 1:16 to play here until halftime. We'll bring you the complete stat story and some of the highlights coming up at the half. So make sure you keep it right here to Fox 1762. Chad Krispinski, Ralph Sandy, Joe Licio with you here tonight as the Thunder and Fire hook up in arena football action. Say, get your tickets now for the next home game. Wilkes-Barre-Scranton battles the Thunder next Saturday, May 12th. Mark your calendar. Catch all of the action on our Fox 1762 Mahoning Valley Thunder Game of the Week. Not just the highlights, one of the whole games. Saturday, May 12th comes your way at midnight, right after NASCAR on Fox 1762.
And that will be another test for this Thunder team. Wilkes-Barre coming into this week undefeated in the division. In the American Conference East standings, they are 4-0. Obviously a win tonight by Mahoning Valley and a win next week will put them in sole possession of first place, but they got some business here tonight to take care of.
The meat of the schedule is now upon the Thunder. Pitch to the fullback, and Forney is diving towards the goal line, and they say he is just short of the end zone. So 64 seconds to go, and it will be a very short bit of distance to travel before the Louisville Fire can punch another one in.
And it looks like they are so close, it would not be surprising to see Shane Adler just lean over. And there you see what got him so close, the big guy.
Stop and every out of bounds play and all incomplete passes.
There's head referee Greg Allen kind of giving us a rules update like he does every week, talking about the clock that will stop now in the last minute of the half. But we'll see if Adler just keeps this one and goes over the top.
It would make the most sense.
You remember earlier, the same position in the field. Adler tried to keep it, fumbled it into the end zone. We'll see if the Thunder can get lucky again, but this time maybe they'll be able to pounce on it.
60 seconds to go. And they will send out 3 receivers split to the right for quarterback Shane Adler. The receivers will be Tiger Jones, Tony Stallings, and also Corey Payne. So there's a little bit of a delay for some odd reason, but before too long we will play some football. But we have seen the Thunder come up with some stingy defense at the goal line and goal line stand situations.
They're adjusting the time here in the second quarter. The clock right now reads 00, and I think the Thunder wish that would be true.
They'll put 59 seconds now on the clock. As this scoring opportunity presents the Fire with a terrific opportunity. So it'll be first down and goal from the 4-yard line. And Adler punches it into the end zone for a touchdown. And Adler increases this Louisville lead. It is now 37-20, pending the point after.
Well, we predicted it, and I'm sure the Thunder knew it was coming, but you know, when you're an inch away, it's so hard to stop the quarterback sneak. You just ride your center into the end zone, and there you see Tui strip that ball, but that's about a yard too late.
Dave Hendricks to attempt the kick. And the kick is the same as all of his have been, absolutely perfect. And it is now 38-20 with 56.6 seconds to go. But the silver lining in that situation is at least you get the football back, because in arena ball, you can score in a very short period of time.
And boy, Mike Holt, I'm sure, talking to his offensive group out there, telling them, hey, listen, we'd love to get a score before halftime to get a little bit of momentum, because this first half has been choppy, to say the least.
So the Fire will come back out. And Mike Holt pleading with his young expansion team to not give in. You've got to put this first half behind you and come out with a fire and a hunger and a desire to get right back into it. The meat of the schedule is upon this Thunder team. He said they'll learn a lot about themselves, and he'll learn likewise a lot about them based on how they come out. Give them credit. They got down early. They haven't packed it in, but there's still plenty of work to be done. High twirling kick, which is taken by Johnson, out across the 5, cuts it back to the 10, opening at the 15, out to the 20, and Kenny Johnson is out near the 25-yard line. So that's the shot in the arm, perhaps, that the Thunder needed to give them some excellent field position. Kenny Johnson out of traffic, some great blocking along the way as well.
And he does a great job avoiding the sidewall, as you see right there. He could have been marked down back there. We'll see where they spot the ball, because it sure looked like he hit around the 15-yard line, but you see the ball spotted out there near the 20. So I think a pretty fair spot for the Thunder. Let's see if they can take advantage of it.
All right, so 49.4 seconds to go, 38-20 in favor of Louisville. First down and 10. Two receivers, high motion. That's Kenny Johnson. Get to throw, fire, screen pass. Murphy has it across the 20, 15, and he's brought down near the 14-yard line. And Murphy, who was banged up earlier, on the receiving end of a nice nifty swing pass, and out of the backfield, he puts Mahoning Valley in even better field position for the first down reception.
Yeah, Murphy usually steps up and picks up the pass protection, was able to sneak right out into the flat. The receivers cleared that area perfectly. That's a play that we've seen hurt the Thunder early on in the year. Now they kind of tear it out of someone else's playbook and use it to their advantage.
Mathis and Johnson split near side to the right. Archie goes in high motion. He'll enter your picture momentarily. There he goes. Gant to throw. Fires. Mathis makes the catch of the 14, and he runs into that wall and is marked down at about the 12. So 36.1 seconds to go. And the clock does stop in the final minute of quarter number 2 and quarter number 4 when you are ruled down by contact, out of bounds, that is.
And he did a nice job that time of getting that ball out of bounds for sure. He even leaned over the wall to make sure that that clock was going to stop.
And it would also stop the clock with any incomplete pass. So there is no continuous clock here in the final minute of quarter 2 and 4. Gant to throw. Gant firing, end zone, touchdown, Kenny Johnson! Johnson going bowling.
I think Mike Holt would appreciate that a little more if they were in the lead, but that was pretty nifty, I'll have to admit. So was this pass by Glenn Gant. Finds him streaking across the back of the end zone. And you can see that he had this one drawn up before the game.
He told me that he did earlier this week. He said, I can't give you a preview of exactly what's happening or what I'm going to do, but I'd say a terrific form there on the underhanded toss or roll, so to speak.
Well, if Chad Johnson's watching at home, he might borrow that one for Sundays.
Swigert on for the point after. It's a fake! Murphy into the end zone. 2-point conversion. And just like that, it is 38-28. Thunder trail by 10. And they only took about 20 seconds off the clock. Evidence that you can certainly get right back into the ball game in a hurry.
When you have to like Coach Mike Hold's aggressiveness there on that whole drive, you know, looking down the field, coming up with a little few wrinkles that we haven't seen so far, and then obviously right there in the two-point conversion, and Glenn Gann with excellent protection and streaking across the back of the end zone right there is Kenneth Johnson, and hopefully this momentum will carry over into the third quarter. But remember, Chad, you mentioned it, 31 seconds left. This Fire offense has been exactly that, on fire. And hopefully the Thunder could keep them out in the next 31.1.
Because that would be tremendously deflating if you allow them to come right back and stop this momentum that you've really been able to muster up. So Swigert, the former Akron Zip, who, by the way, is the third all-time scorer at Akron for points in a career by a kicker. 229, fourth all-time in field goal percentage for a career. And Swigert with a line drive kick, which is gobbled up by Tony Stallings. Stallings spins away. Penalty flags come flying in, and it's Stallings out across the 20 to the 21 or 22-yard line. Check out the penalties. Go ahead, Ralph.
Swigert, being new to arena football, really doesn't have the leg for these kickoffs. As you've seen, a lot of his haven't hit the net. That one kind of a line drive, and we'll see what this penalty is.
Illegal block in the back, a number 8 of the return team, half the distance to the goal, first down.
Well, that's going to help the cause, because I was going to say Louisville's going to take over in great field position because of that kick, but Tommy Johnson's team is going to have to start way back at the 5-yard line.
Tommy Johnson is really truly a veteran of arena football. And Johnson, 36 and 32 as a head coach. He's 4-2 in playoff action, and this is his 4th season with the Fire. And Shane Adler under center, high motion, wants to throw, firing down the field, and he overshoots his intended target, Lonell DeWalt.
Yeah, Shane Adler had to rush that one. He had Brandon Brown bearing down on him from the middle. Had he had a chance to stay on that a little bit longer, you know, Lonell DeWalt had a little separation, but again, that ball just thrown a little bit too early.
So that incompletion will make it 2nd down and 10. And they'll spot it right at the 5-yard line. Adler with a pair of receivers split far side of the right. In high motion comes Corey Payne, one bottom of your screen. Adler to throw, firing, a little screen pass to Tiger Jones. Jones cuts it back across the 25 to the 20, and he is swarmed upon, and he is brought down at the 15-yard line as the clock ticks down to 7.3 seconds left here until halftime.
Yeah, that time Tiger Jones was guarded very closely by Mario Butler. And Mario Butler at the snap of the ball ran to the middle of the field, and well, that left a lot of room for him to operate. And there you see he's finally going to be brought down by Brandon Brown, who comes all the way back down the field from his defensive line position.
So that will present an interesting opportunity with just 7.3 ticks left. What will the Fire elect to do? They'll take a crack at the end zone, but at what point do you say, just give me the points and tack on 3 more with the propensity to score pretty much at will in arena football? They'll now change it to 9.3 seconds as Adler is under center. Jones in motion, Adler firing, end zone, and it is incomplete with 4.6 seconds to go. Let's go down to Joe Licio on the sideline. Joe?
Yeah, guys, we saw in the last Thunder touch ball end zone celebration. Just a little preview of what's to come at halftime. Our own Chad Krasinski, he didn't make it to the end zone, but he was celebrating a little bit this week. We'll take a look at that coming up at half.
Yeah, I can hardly wait for that. I got some lessons, let's say, from some of the Thunder's best celebrators. So take a look back at how my lesson went. That'll be coming up at the half. So we will indeed have a field goal attempt coming. Dave Hendricks out of Grand Valley State to attempt the field goal and increase this 10-point Fire lead. Snap is back, hold is down, kick is underway. Hendricks' kick is no good as the first half is in the books. Still tough to see the officials and exactly what their determination is, but the score at the half looks like this. Louisville 38, Mahoning Valley 28. Back with all of the halftime festivities and details coming your way next on the Fox 1762 Thunder Arena Football Game of the Week.
It's not easy keeping a business running for over 100 years. The key to success for People's Lumber Company in Salem has been this. It's a family-owned business that takes pride in offering individual attention and quality goods. People's Lumber offers basic lumber and building supplies, plus deck materials, drywall, roofing products, windows, doors, and more. They also carry hard-to-find cedar products, barn siding, and Azek brand exterior trim boards. For a high level of service and quality materials at a fair price, visit People's Lumber Company, Snyder Road in Salem.
Cosmetic dentistry is very important to me because the smile is the focal point of a person's face. It can completely change the way they feel about themselves.
I've gone to Dr. Asnamer for a couple of years for general dental procedures and always have been very pleased, and decided to do some cosmetic dentistry, and I'm very pleased with the veneers she did. They're beautiful.
Dr. Ausnamer and her staff are dedicated to all your family and cosmetic dental needs. Call our office today to schedule your next appointment.
And welcome back to the Chevrolet Center. Louisville Fire leading the Mahoning Valley Thunder by 10, 38-28. Should set up a tremendous second half of arena football. The Fire, well, as advertised, just the same as their name, came out on fire. In particular, quarterback Shane Adler, and Adler went to work early, and a name that we heard early and often, Tiger Jones. Jones made a terrific jumping grab, and that got Louisville on the board, the first touchdown. Let's take a look at some of the numbers. Louisville leading in the first down category, 15-11. They also lead in passing yards, 206 to $155. The Thunder with the lone turnover. That a Glenn Gant interception. Each team with 5 interceptions. Louisville with a pair of third down conversions, 1 fourth down conversion. The Thunder with none of those. The Thunder would eventually get things together. Glenn Gant finds a familiar target. This is DeMarcus Mathis, and Mathis into the end zone right up against that wall, and Mathis would have a whole heck of a lot to celebrate here in the first half. There you see our quarterback comparison. Glenn Gant, 10 of 13, $156, 4 touchdown passes. Adler, 12 of 21, 158. Very even in terms of passing yards. 2 touchdown passes for Adler for Louisville. The receiving corps did quite a job as well. One of the fan favorites here in the early portions of the season, coming through with a nifty diving grab. That Chris Archie from Glenn Gant. And then Tiger Jones had his name called again. Tiger Jones wide open right down the field. A one-play drive into the end zone for a touchdown. Let's compare our leading receivers. Tiger Jones, very active, 9 catches, 144 yards and 2 touchdowns. Chris Archie with 4 catches, 71 yards and a touchdown. You don't see much running throughout the course of arena football in a game or even a season, but Louisville, well, they had a rushing attack going in full force. Demetrius Fournay, one of the big guys, a fullback. He's 285 pounds. And that 285 pounds travels 39 yards into the end zone for a touchdown. And all of that collectively with a little more leads us to where we are now. And that is a 10-point advantage for the Louisville Fire, 38-28. Let's now send it to the third member of our broadcast crew, Joe Alicio. Joe.
Chad, thanks very much, Chad. Plenty of celebrations going on the field now at halftime as fans celebrating Cinco de Mayo, and plenty of celebrations going on in the first half as there was plenty of points scored to put on the scoreboard. And actually what's fun about these games is when the players actually score a touchdown and see what they're going to do in the end zone to celebrate. And Chad, I pulled a little video out of the archives. As you did some celebrating yourself this week, and let's let the rest of the fans enjoy this one.
Like I said, I like to do a little hip action. So we're gonna start out with a little hip roll. Let's see you do a little hip roll. You know? Yeah, just a little hip roll. You know what I mean? Okay. That'll get it. That's a start. That's a start.
Before like that.
Am I doing all right?
Like a walk it out dance. Yeah.
Am I doing all right?
Bring your hands in here more like they set you up, and you come back and they'll walk it out. Then they'll snap and like that.
Okay.
They'll walk it out dance almost.
I'm not a very good end zone celebrator.
Oh, you did good. You did pretty good. Did pretty good for first time.
You're a good sport about that, so back to you.
Yeah, I am a good sport about it, and I did a lot of learning. Joe, thank you very much. And again, I'll just leave the celebrating to Chris Archie, Kenny Johnson, and DeMarcus Mathis, who, by the way, have told me that they have a whole lot more celebrating to bring us. They said they've got a competition going. Let's hope that they get a chance to do some end zone celebrations here in the second half. Louisville leads Mahoning Valley by 10. Third quarter action right around the corner on the Fox 1762 Thunder Arena Football Game of the Week.
Fox 1762 Thunder Arena Football Game of the Week is brought to you by Salem Airport and Advanced Foot and Ankle.
The doctors at Advanced Podiatry believe in using a conservative approach to most foot and ankle problems. However, they are board certified in foot, ankle, and reconstructive surgery, and certified in wound care as well. They have fully equipped surgical facilities at each of their offices and staff privileges at all area hospitals. Your care is personalized to fit your lifestyle and budget. All insurance plans accepted. Advanced Podiatry. Call for an appointment at one of their convenient office locations.
Holy smokes. Soon as I turn 16, I'm going to learn how to fly.
Soon as you get a little bit older, I'm going to learn how to fly.
Soon as we side the house, I'm going to learn how to fly.
Grandpa, didn't you always say you wanted to learn how to fly?
Cure your case of soon-as disease. Learn to fly now at Salem Airport. The locally owned and operated flight school has affordable, personalized programs. You could be flying soon as you call Salem Airport, 3 miles north of Salem, Route 45.
Thunder trying to rally from 10 back as we're all set for third quarter action. Dave Hendricks, a little pooch kick, another onside kick, if you will. Loose football, and the Fire may have recovered again.
Yeah, at the bottom of that pile, number 22, Corey Payne, the wide receiver, came up with it, and it worked once. Why not try it again? And there's a flag down, though.
The officials are talking about it. They're trying to determine if it did go 10 yards. And we'll have a ruling on this in just a moment. But what a disappointing way to open things up in the second half. And with a quick turn of events, Mike Holt is lobbying. And we'll have an explanation from Greg Allen. At least we hope we will.
Boy, whether it worked or not, you got to give credit to the Fire head coach, Tommy Johnson, and their special teams coach, George Eskridge, because that's a gutsy call right out of the gate here. Still up 10. And, boy, I think it shows you the confidence they have in their kicker, Dave Hendricks, who kicked another beauty.
Here we go.
On the kick, with offsides, on number 7 of the kicking team. It's a 5-yard penalty, first down, Mahoning Valley.
Let's join Joe back on the sideline. Hear what he has to say about Coach Holt and his thoughts at the half. Joe?
On the 9-yard line of Louisville.
Guys, pretty blunt for Coach Holt at halftime. He said he wants his team defensively to just create more turnovers. That's what he needs to improve in the second half for this team to come away with the victory.
A pitch to Murphy, and he has built it into that far wall. And the Thunder have great field position after the penalty was ruled offsides on the kick. Now it's time for, again, that word that they talked about, opportunity. An opportunity here to get a quick score.
Yeah, you know, the onside kick ends up backfiring on the Fire, and you know, I think it's essential for the Thunder to take advantage of it, and we'll see what Glenn Gant can come up with right here.
Chris Archie to go in high motion, out of your picture. He'll soon be there. Gant to throw. Gant firing, end zone for Archie. Archie dives. Now did he make the catch? We'll wait and see. He went into the crowd. Touchdown!
Yeah, it's not only the balls that go into the crowd, sometimes it's the players, and that one scored a touchdown.
Chris Archie went over that padded wall, but he hung on. He was pushed out of bounds, and Chris Archie has it for a touchdown.
You know, we talk all the time about players sacrificing the body for the good of the team, and well, that's an absolutely great example of that by Chris Archie.
And the extra point by Swigert is up, and it is no good. But the Thunder have come rip-roaring back, and with 13-13 to go here in the third, it is Louisville 38, Mahoning Valley 34. We'll take a timeout and be back with more at the Chevrolet Center after this on the Fox 1762 Thunder Arena Football Game of the Week.
Scion, the car that lets you accessorize to fit your identity. Melgrata Scion. Come on in and build one today. And Scion's pure price means no haggle, no hassle. You pay the published price. Melgrata Scion on the Strip Hermitage. Your Scion, your identity. You gotta see Grata. New Toyotas like the Camry Hybrids, the FJ Cruiser, and the Yaris, plus Tundra and Tacoma trucks. Toyota certified used vehicles, service parts, and a body shop. Come see why Mel Grata Toyota has the highest ratings for customer satisfaction on the Strip Hermitage.
When you want hard hits, when you want explosive plays, feel the Thunder. Your home for Thunder Arena football is Fox 1762.
You want action? You want Thunder football.
Don't miss the Thunder rumble the field against the Pioneers. Only on Fox 1762.
Catch all the excitement.
Get in the game with the area's leader in local sports, Fox 1762.
We're drinking food specials prior to every Thunder Arena football game. Come to Martini's, City Center 1 building.
Is our score. Thunder have come right back. And Chris Archie with a terrific catch. 7-yard touchdown reception. It took a minute 17, 2 plays, 9 yards. And the Thunder have indeed come rallying back. Swigert to kick it off. It's a high twirling kick, which is fielded in the goal line. Stallings has it up the middle, out across the 15, and he's brought down just over the 20-yard line near the 21. And that is where Shane Adler and company will take over for Louisville. 13:01 to go here in quarter number 3. And the Thunder have played very, very good football here at the Chevrolet Center. As has Shane Adler. 158 yards and 2 touchdowns, 12 of 21. And you can imagine before it's all said and done that those numbers will increase. A very explosive offense. Louisville, a playoff team a year ago. Adler sends DeWalt in high motion. Adler to throw. Adler steps back, firing long, and it's incomplete. On coverage for the Thunder was Maurice Taylor. It was intended for Lonell DeWalt. Both players shaken up just a bit, and DeWalt says, I need a breather here. Great pressure for the Thunder up front. And that forced Shane Adler to throw off his back foot and throw off the mark. DeWalt did have a step or two. Good coverage for Maurice Taylor. Taylor will stay in. Pair of receivers, far side to the left. In high motion goes Corey